Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So today, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. So, of course, like I explained in my last video, I lost my soul run to something very stupid. I'm not going to explain it because I don't want to bore you. You can just watch my last video that I made if you want to hear about that. But basically, I have never beaten Steel Soul. I have no-hit like almost all of the bosses in this game, but I've never beaten Steel Soul mode. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try speedrunning game. Now I'm just going to go the regular any percent route too, meaning this is going to be a lot harder than it normally is. Because when I did my other playthrough, I did it in my other Steel Soul run I lost. I was doing Last Judge route. But I'm doing Phantom route this time because this is any percent, or I guess it's called Mist route. So this is going to be quite a lot harder. Now, if I do manage to beat Phantom and get to Act 2, I'll just stop the video there because that'll probably take me around an hour and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. So, yeah. But this video will end when I die. You should already know that if you read the title though. Wait, I hope that's what the title is going to be. That's what I'm planning on making the title at least. So anyways, now we are in the game. I am not going to be fighting Dave too, by the way. Because I'll probably lose instantly if I fight Dave. And the main reason why I'm not fighting Dave though is because, well, of course, I don't want to record this video a second time, and also, I have not played this game like a week. Because last time I played was like right before I created my last video, and I lost my Steel Soul, and I haven't really played since, so it's been like around a week since I played the game. So yeah, of course, this is Dave right here. I'll hit him, but I'm not going to actually fight him. And I'm going to go into the actual one. So, of course, well, I don't really know what to talk about, but if you're planning on speedrunning yourself, remember that like these things like give you silk too, and that pogoing in the air is very fast. It's starting to sound like my latest videos, my tips and tricks videos now. This is not a tips and tricks video, okay? I'm just talking about the movement tech here. I'm actually going to kill this enemy to get some extra silk. But yeah, of course, whenever you do pogos, it actually allows you to move faster by doing that. And you want to do them very quickly, but don't, like, oh yeah, it's also good to pogo there in order to get into this animation quicker. But whenever doing pogos, you don't want to hit the ground in pogo because then you freeze for a second whenever you hit the ground. So let me show you right here, so that whenever I do this, see I touch the ground, which makes me go slow, whilst if I do this, I keep my momentum. So at sections like those, where it's not big enough for you to actually do the pogo technique, it's good to just spam jump instead. I know spam jump even increases the speed that you go at. Now of course, like I said before, my gameplay is probably not going to be the best, because it has been a while since I played this game. But I'll still try my best in here. How are we meant to do this again? I just go up here. Normally actually I'll do that anyways, I'll do the jump thing. Yeah, I'm not going to grab the moss berries either, because I don't need the moss berries. It's good to pogo into loading screens though. So, anyways, now I'm at Moss Mother. No, I messed it up. Well, anyways. So the Moss Mother fight. Very excited for this one. Moss Mother fight is actually quite a lot of fun. Fun fact, if you hit one of her eggs and break it, she'll actually spawn in early. Which is weird to me, considering she breaks her eggs whenever the fight starts anyways. So like, see like that. So like, what's the point? Why is she mad whenever why does she get mad like, I guess she's the only one who's allowed to break her own eggs. Because she's not fine with you breaking her eggs, but she's fine with breaking her own eggs. I just find that extremely weird. That might actually be one of my fastest Moss Mother fights I've ever done. So anyways, I also noticed that my voice, this is the loudest video, this is the loudest my voice has ever gotten in any of my videos. But, yeah, anyways, now it's time to do the marrow. So, I'm at about like 3 or 4 minutes so far into the run. I noticed the video's gone on for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But like that, like it spent like 2 minutes on the intro and like, and I don't know, maybe I spent like another minute doing something, I don't know. But yeah, so it's been around, well now it's definitely been more than 4 minutes. So yeah, it's been like 4 minutes on the run so far. I'm only just now getting past Moss Grotto. Moss Grotto is honestly one of the well not hardest, but obviously it's one of the easiest, but like, it's one of the longest parts of the speed run. So now, we're going to skip the bench in Bone Bottom, and I'm going to do another speedrun skip very soon. Oh, whoops. Hello, Toby. It's funny to me how like whenever before Silksong came out, everyone was so like everyone loved like Sherma. I'm not Sherma. Sherma is a Silksong character. Whoops. But like everyone liked Myla the Miner, and the Elder Bug. But now that Silksong's come out, it's completely changed. Now it's Pilby and Sherma instead. So this skip is very hard. No, come on. Almost first tried it. Now I have one last attempt. Come on. So. Oh, come on, whatever. So, I think that's just very funny how ever since Silksong has been released, people have just changed their opinions. It's funny to me how whenever you pass Elderbug without talking to him, like, he makes like a sad noise. But whenever you pass Pilby without talking to her, she doesn't, despite the fact that like Pilby's, even though Pilby like is way more important than Elderbug, and they both come out like around the same point in both games. Okay, come on, I'm in bad luck. Okay, what is this? What? That's so unfair. I've never done this bad on skip before. Normally I'd reset the ROM at this point if I was doing this bad. But of course, because this is a video, I can't really reset. Unless I want to do the whole intro and everything again. Well, I've retried making videos before. Like, this is different. Yes, yes! That should have saved time. It was like 8 minutes whenever I was at like 8. I took go 2 minutes because I was at like 8 minutes when I started that. So yeah. I still think that's a time save though, as the enemy gauntlet would have probably taken like a minute, and then having to traverse around the area. So I still think that was a time save, even if it wasn't like that much. So anyways, next I guess I gotta do Bell Beast. It's Homeless Guy. Okay, there, so now I just gotta go past this pilgrim. So yeah. This is a very boring section of the run. So anyways, now, what should I talk about next? Well, I guess now I will talk about the Bell Beast a little bit, since that's what I'm about to do. So, a funny thing about the Bell Beast, in my opinion, is that, like, well, not necessarily the Bell Beast, like, a funny thing around, like, the Bell Beast section of the ROM is that, like, they make you use the Silk Spear a bunch, but, like, you never have to use the Silk Spear a single other time in the game apart from this section, which I just find really strange. I probably shouldn't have healed there. It's probably safer that I healed, though. It always took me forever to realise that the Bell Beast is actually a girl. Because on my first playthrough, whenever I encountered the Bell Beast for the first time, I thought that she was a boy. It's weird. Like, I feel like the genders in Hollow Knight and in Silksong are just so weird. Oh, whatever. No! Missing out on so much damage. So yeah. I also think that with the Bell Beast fight, it's really, like this section, I think is just really unfair having to dodge these bells. See, like that. Now, ooh. I feel like the Bell Beast is like the first proper boss you really face in Silksong. It's also surprising to me that since this is like the second boss you fight in the game, that it already does double damage. I was really surprised about that on my first playthrough, and I thought this was going to be like one of the only bosses that did double damage, because like it made sense because it was a big boss. But then of course, like bosses like Lace can also do double damage. In fact, I'm pretty sure Sister Splinter can do double. It doesn't even do double damage anymore because they got nerfed, and now all their attacks do 1 damage. I think. Because I remember one time I was fighting them, they only did 1 damage to me with one of their attacks. Now I'm messing up with simple platforming. Okay. So, I think I'm kind of done with like the conversation really. I'm kind of just, because now like I'm getting into the more difficult sections of the run, so I think I'm just going to talk about more of like the run itself now. So of course I really messed up with that platforming. Now, I think that where I'm going to die is probably going to be around the Widow section. Because Widow is a very difficult boss to, like, not die on. Because Widow is not a very difficult boss herself, but she's very hard to beat consistently. Like, she was the first major difficulty whenever I was trying to no-hit all the bosses in this game. So, yeah. Also, another thing is, I feel like all of, like, the, I guess, like, clicking, from the buttons, all of, like, the inputs I'm making on my controller are probably making lots of noise, I think. In fact, I know for a fact that you can hear it. So, I guess, if you want to, of course, you're probably, not many people are actually going to do this. But if you wanted to, you could, of course you have to be insane to do this. Comment down below every single time that that you hear a click noise from me tapping on my controller. Of course, I know none of you are actually going to do that, since almost none of you even comment, and of course no one's actually going to have actually be counting the amount of times I press inputs on my controller. But I do think that would be funny. It is very funny how sometimes YouTubers who are experts at something, and then they'll tell you to comment down below something that they don't know, despite the fact that they're the experts and they should know the things. So if they don't know, then you are probably not going to know either. And it's just sometimes it just seems stupid whenever YouTubers ask you to comment stuff on their channels, because sometimes they just tell you to comment some sort of thing that they know no one's actually going to comment, but they just say it because they want more channel interaction. But sometimes people actually do comment stuff sometimes people don't even just comment insane stuff and aren't even asked to comment it. I remember one time I watched a video and I remember one time I watched a YouTube video and someone commented the amount of times the person who made the video died whenever playing the game. They commented the number of deaths that they had and everything that they had died to. And I just found stuff like that to be really funny. But yeah, anyways, now I'm on Deep Docks. I could die here around this section of the game as there's lots of double damage stuff here, because of course there's lava. So of course, wait, no, do I need the bench? I don't think I need this bench. Can I even reach the bench in the first place? Yes, I can. Nope, never mind. Not getting that. No time loss. I don't really mean to go up here in the first place. So next, where do I go? Oh yeah, I go up. So there is an enemy poke you can do here. You can poke off this enemy as a speedrun skip, but I really don't like doing it because I've never done it before, and also I completely forgot where you meant to poke them. But there's a skip you can do, but it really doesn't save that much time anyways. So now, what we are going to do next is we are going to get sprint, or I guess swift step. I want to see if I can get a skip here. messed up the skip. No! Whatever, I don't need to do a skip. It only saves it only saves like 2 seconds anyways. I just want to see if I could do it. I don't need a bench. No, get away, enemy. Okay. Now you climb up. Now I'm just gonna heal because I have to do an enemy gauntlet. This is the first enemy gauntlet of the run. We skipped one of the enemy gauntlets earlier. So Silk Spear is really good for this enemy gauntlet. No, come on! Okay, so now I feel like I'm using a few more Silk Spears than I normally do, but like I've said before, like it's been so long since I played this game. I'm playing a lot differently than I normally do. It's not even been that long. Like, it's been a week, okay? Because I've been playing a different game recently. Oh yes, look down. Do you think I really need to look down? This game thinks I've not played it before. I don't blame it. I don't have any save files. And it's 22 minutes in a run and I got Swift Step. So next part is Lace. I am recording this video a lot earlier than I normally record my videos. So that might be why you're hearing like a lot more like noises, I guess. From other people around my house, by the way, so sorry about that, but it doesn't really matter anyway, since this is like the loudest audio I've ever like made on my channel from speaking before, because of course, like I've said before, why am I going here? Like I said before, and like I said before, I can see, in a different video, I can actually see how much noise I'm making. Because I have like a volume meter that shows how much noise is like being made from everything around me. So of course I can see it, and like my voice is going like the red bar. Of course you'll understand more if like you're an actual YouTuber yourself. So yeah, so this is the loudest I've ever spoken in one of my videos before. Delicious, I like you already. So the strategy is hit them 10 times. No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, whoops, I might hit them an extra time. It's meant to be like every 11 times you hit them. Whatever, I'll just try hitting them mostly when they're near the edge. Now. No! Bad luck. I didn't hit them into lava this fight. Well, actually, maybe a little bit later on. Oh yeah, I forgot I can dash. Completely forgot. Okay, okay. Yeah! Woohoo! Oh yeah, look at this. If you spam jump and dash, you can do that. It's very hard to get used to though, but it's definitely fun whenever you get used to it. No! I should do a sprint jump. Silly old me. Okay. Oh yeah, if you didn't know that, if you can press dash instantly after doing a pogo, you can actually not gain any height from doing attack, and because you get iframes from doing pogos, you can go right through an enemy. Before anyone says that I'm cheating, I know no one is, because like, you know me, you guys know me, like, I am not a cheater. What am I doing? I just need to go to the regular part of our fields. No. Other way. Hello there, fourth chorus. Nice to meet you. You will be the fourth boss that I fight. Wow. I'm going to be extra safe here. Heal. Almost died. I did say I might die around this section of the run because the lava does double damage. 2 times I almost died so far in this run, to Lace, and also like just right there. Anyways, now, time for one of my favourite parts of the run. I really like this part of the run because it's fun trying to get as many spines as possible, but it does also involve a lot of RNG to get this part done right. First rosaries of the run. Missed out on some. Do that. Here's him an extra time an accent. Come on. That was a bad cycle. I would have got to grab the extra ones. No, come on, I'm so close. Of course, this is the speedrun strats. So far, this is not a very good run. Normally, I'm able to get to Bellheart in 30 minutes in one of my Steel Soul runs, but it's already almost been 30 minutes, and I'm not even at 4th course yet. So I still have 2 more bosses, or technically just 1 more boss until I get to Bellheart, actually. Well, technically I don't even have to fight 4th course, because I just skipped 4th course anyways. Same with Sister Splinter, I'm also skipping Sister Splinter too. Because of course this is a speed run. Sister Splinter is such an easy boss. I'm pretty sure last time I did Steel Soul run, I actually no-hit Sister Splinter on it. Because I accidentally fought them whenever I meant to skip them. Because I accidentally went into a run where you fight them and fought them. And I accidentally ended up no-hitting them during my Steel Soul run. Because Sister Splinter is just such an easy boss. Come on, is that seriously not enough? I feel like there's just going to be 1 more that I need. Oh, 2 more. Or basically the same thing. But anyways, now I go back to the seamstress. So now we have the Drifter's Cloak. So next is 4th course. Now I'm actually going to skip the 4th course fight. So yeah. The skip is actually very hard, but I'll explain how to do the skip, okay? I'll explain how to do the skip. Now they say like, oh, one last moment for me to talk to you, please, Hornet, and then they say like, 10 more lines of dialogue, or like 10 sentences or whatever. So yeah, I'm actually gonna skip the 4th course, right? Oh, I don't even need to grab that silk. No! Messed it up. Are you meant to do it again? I need to skip him. Or, actually, what gender is 4th course anyways? No! Oh my god, I got something there. Still, I might actually not even do it. This is the worst I've ever done. Even on my first, I actually did the 4th course skip even like easier on my first time ever doing it. Yes, no! Look how tanky 4th course is too. Yes! Okay, that's the worst I've ever done my 4th course skip. Even my first time doing 4th course skip was better than that. But it is fine. What am I meant to do next? So yeah, I hit this. Okay, so now I go up here. Oops, enemy. And you go that way. Oh no. This way. Hello, Sherma. I learned that Sherma's a boy and not a girl. Sherma definitely sounds like a girl. I don't think there's like a single instance in the game where Sherma actually sounds like a boy, but apparently he is a boy. So yeah. Well, I guess now it's time for Greymore. I'm probably not going to die to Mawing, even if it seems like I probably would die to Mawing as they're a very hard boss. They're really, like, it's really not that bad. Like, I feel like Mawing's like one of those bosses where it's very similar to Grim. After you beat them once, or I guess it once, I don't think one has a gender. Like, it becomes much easier to beat them again. Because it's a very consistent boss. Unlike Widow, who I've already said I'm probably going to die to. Okay, nice. So, there's a few claws up here, but I'm just going to ignore them. And of course I'll get the bench. Don't need the bench since I'm not going to be dying, but I'm going to grab it anyways. And why not get the shortcut too? Okay, so this section. Okay, these guys are super easy. Okay, nice. Nice. Oh. Hello there, Mawing. Thanks for being there, Mawing. So that means I don't have to deal with another enemy. Didn't get rid of your double damage attack there, Scissor Man. Come on, come down. Nice. Now you've been bamboozled. Okay, so now there's the cross here. Still wonder what the design of these guys like was. Like, I almost tried getting the shortcut, but then I remembered I don't need the shortcut. Fine, I'll get it anyways. Oh, never mind. This is in the area where you get the shortcut. So anyways, oh, I'm getting really nervous for this section. This might be the end of the run. Now don't be pausing the video to check the length of it to see if I die here. Don't be pausing the video and like looking at how long is left on the video to determine whether I die to Mawing or not. Okay? Don't be doing that. Because I'm probably going to win anyways. Because it needs to be more fun and more nerve-wracking for you. I can't be the only one who's nervous here. You have to be nervous too. Unless you're a hater. But I know I don't have any haters since I've not gotten a single dislike on any of my videos before. So I know that wouldn't be true. So you're either rooting for no one or you're rooting for me. Of course, I've already talked about how to no-hit this boss before, but whenever I no-hit them, I was no-hitting the voided version, so it's much different as I have much better equipment whenever I did that. I'm not even using Silk Spear, even though I normally would in a Mawing fight. because this isn't really much of a speed run anymore. Now that I'm in the harder sections of the run, it's more of just like a can you survive run. Because that's literally like the whole point of this video is that it ends when I die. But I might not even die. Just remember that, because like I said, I'll just end the video anyways if I get past Phantom and get into ooh, I've never seen you do that before, Moy. If I get past Phantom and get into Act 2 anyways. Yeah, let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! This is Haunted Bellheart. Halfway through the run. Of course, not actually halfway through. This would only be like a quarter of the way through if there was a full speed run. But for this run, it's halfway through. The video's already 41 minutes long. That's 10 minutes longer than it normally takes for me to get to this section of the game. Oh, I could die in Shellwood. But, of course, like I've already said, I'm not doing the Sister Splinter fight. Because like you saw before, of course, there's ways to skip some of the bosses in this game that are not very intended, but still work. Keep on forgetting I have a dash. That's the problem with speedrunning, is you're so used to playing the start of the game over and over again that you just forget about what the end game equipment actually is. So whenever you get more end game equipment, this isn't even end game equipment, so whenever you get upgrades, you completely forget that those upgrades even exist because you're so used to playing with like nothing for most of the game. I always get lost at this section. So I go across here. Oh, never mind, I'm not lost. Okay, nice. Yes. Well, actually, maybe I will die here because I have to do an enemy gauntlet with lots of double damage enemies down here. So of course these guys give me the HP at the start. And that's it. Okay, last enemy. I'm not using Silk Spear very often because, of course, since this is Steel Soul, I'm trying to heal more often. But it doesn't really matter too much. I keep on forgetting I'm even recording a video. Okay, so now I do this little platforming. Okay, nice. Nice. So this is how I skip the Sister Splinter boss fight. So normally you go through that like room and go to Sister Splinter. But of course I'm skipping her. look at there. Yup. Easily got that. I've got to wait for the perfect height. And yeah. No! Once again, the problem with me forgetting I have a dash. Oh look, don't go this way. Don't go this way. That's where the splinter fight is. That way. Okay. I'm just gonna get some silk so I can heal just in case. Because one time I lost one of my steel soul runs at this section game. This is like where I lost my first steel soul run, I think. Because I got too cocky. And then I tried killing these enemies. And then of course I got hit by them because they're they're really, really annoying. See, like these ones, like see how they're positioned. Like that's just so unfair the way they're positioned there. So yeah. So anyways, we successfully skipped Sister Splinter. So now we are at the Widow fight. So of course, be prepared for me to die. Once again, don't check the length of the video. Because like you want to be predicting on whether I'm gonna win or lose too. And no, I'm not trying to encourage gambling. This is not gambling. You're not putting any money on the line for this. This is just meant to be fun. But you should know that already. I just want you to try like predicting on whether I'm gonna win or lose. And like just predicting on like whether I'm gonna win or not. So normally if you go left there, you'll fight Sister Splinter, but I'm gonna go right anyways. No. So yeah, like it's just like a little fun game, like just predicting on whether I'm gonna win or lose on a boss fight. Okay, I might actually die before I get to Widow, considering there's lots of double damage enemies in this section too. But of course I wouldn't, because I have a secret tactic. And no, it's not save and quitting. No, it's not save and exiting. That's cheating. My secret tactic is I'm the main character. I am the main character, so I never die. Main character energy detected. Oh, never mind. Yes. So yeah, because I am the main character, I will always prevail. Fun fact, you don't actually need to speak to Widow, you can just do this. You can just challenge her instead of speaking to her. Today Hornet didn't challenge her because she did bad things. Now Hornet's challenging her just because she wants to challenge her. She didn't even get to hear. Like normally Widow's kind of the one challenging Hornet. Normally Widow's kind of the one like challenging Hornet, but now Hornet's challenging Widow. So far I've no hit it. If I actually no hit them, then that would actually be funny. I'll probably get hit on the final phase because that's the most unfair phase. Fun fact, you can actually hit her bells. Wait, what? She did that twice in a row. But yeah, you can actually hit the bells that she throws at you. Oh, no. Well now, of course, like I've explained before, like, I'm recording this video much earlier than I normally do record my videos, meaning that it's much brighter and the sun is starting to get in my eyes, so now this is much harder to play the game. Because like a real life sun is getting in my eyes. Oh good. Okay, I can see again. The clouds have covered the sun, I can see again. Let's go. No hits. Oh, sounds familiar, eh? No, I got hit. No, whatever. Can I beat them with only getting hit once? It's like the clockwork dancers fight. Never mind. Only with 2 minutes, maybe? Okay, now they're gonna do the slash no matter what. But yeah, this music might sound familiar. Because of course, if you've seen my EP1 tips and tricks for noting for my Silksong bosses, was just Silksong bosses, then you'd know that this theme also plays whenever you fight First Sinner. Oh no! Main character energy! No! No! I should have up slashed. I could have won that. I could have also healed right after 2. Now. Whatever. This video would have been 1.5 hours long if I beat Phantom. If I even got to the Phantom stage of the game, anyways. Actually, it would only be like 1 hour and 10 minutes long. Stupid.